Let's send it down to Bill Carpenter for the fighter introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fidiao Inc. bout, scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Your referee is Joey Lupino. Introducing the blue corner first, he's wearing the blue trunks with white. His official weight is 147.5 pounds. This veteran of 11 professional bouts is fighting out of Brockton, Massachusetts. Here is Antonio Lino Chavez Fernandez. Across the ring to my right, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the white trunks trimmed in black. He tipped the scales, also at exactly 147.5 pounds. Undefeated as a professional, 5 bouts, 5 wins, 2 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of North Bergen, New Jersey by way of Wrocław, Poland, introducing PATRYK SZYMANSKI. Referee Joey Lupino with final instructions.
All right, listen. We already went over the rules in the dressing room, all right? Your trunks are a little high, yours are a little high, so right about here, it's not a low blow, all right? Touch them up, good luck, God bless.
6 rounds of boxing, welterweights.
Ready for the next bout of the evening here at the Twin River Event Center in Lincoln, Rhode Island. I'm Pat Sullivan, my broadcast partner Rich Gingras, here for this special attraction here between Antonio Chavez Fernandez from Brockton, Mass, coming in at 2-8-1, coming out of the blue corner. He's wearing the white and blue trunks. His opponent, PATRYK SZYMANSKI from North Bergen, New Jersey, by way of Poland. He's in the all-white trunks at 5-0 with 2 knockouts. Now, Rich, you would think in this match that Szymanski should have the advantage, being that he's 5-0, his opponent's 2-8-1. But Fernandez has won 2 of his last 3, and these have been against undefeated opponents. He's fought 4 undefeated opponents recently. Chavez Fernandez is a guy who doesn't care who he fights. He just loves to fight and loves to be the underdog and be in that spoiler role. This is a trap fight here for Szymanski. He has to stay on his game and not look at Fernandez's record because he's been known to upset local fighters.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got some momentum going, so and that's a tough thing to stop. And PATRYK, I believe this is only his 2nd or 3rd fight in the United States, so that's a little tough too.
Certainly the styles of fighting are different between European boxing and boxing here in the United States. Szymanski, only 19 years old, already 5 pro fights under his belt. Chavez Fernandez, 34 years old. So 15 years, the elder of Szymanski. Again, 2-8-1, 2-1 in his last 3. And in 2012, Rich, he fought 4 undefeated fighters. Chavez is not afraid of any opponent. And you can see right here, he's not worried that Szymanski may have a little power behind his punches with a pair of knockouts. He's ready to stand here and go right at him.
Right. I mean, that could help him, and that could also be something that could hurt him as well. I mean, this is a fight, so you got to be careful. Both very tall guys.
Fight was against 4-0 Chris Gilbert. Fernandez was knocked out in the 4th round. Before that, he beat Noel Garcia and then undefeated Michael McLaughlin. Referee Joe Lupino separating the fighters. See Joey Lupino having to break the action often here in the 1st round.
Well, yeah, they're both tall guys, so anytime they get in close, they wrap up their arms. Either one of these guys are inside fighters, obviously.
And again, Lupino having to step in and be the middleman.
Oh, this is a little rough.
Szymanski going to the body, and again, we heard in the introductions, Joe Lupino said to both fighters, their trunks are a little high, and showed them where the belt line is. Saw Szymanski went looking pretty low there on Chavez.
Yeah, it's looking a little low. Yeah, but they got long arms, and he also dropped down a little bit too, as well.
Final 10 seconds and another warning by referee Joey Lupino. End of round number 1. Tough round there to score. You just saw A lot of action halted by Joey Lupino. And again, we talked in the last fight about how judges may look for certain things. One judge may like the aggressor better, another judge may look for more power punches. Do you think it ever plays in the mind of a judge if they see a fighter tying up more often or falling into someone and being tied up? Do you think that ever plays in the mind of a judge?
Oh yeah, definitely. But these guys seem pretty equal. I mean, the same height, same weight. Neither one of them fight on the inside. It seems like Pat's trying to be the more aggressor in the fight, but he's also falling in. So we'll see.
Szymanski was very busy in 2012, all 5 fights coming in 1 calendar year. His most recent was on December 5th, a 6-round unanimous decision against a fighter who was 12-5. So taking a big step up in competition for Szymanski, and now fighting Antonio Chavez Fernandez here in his 12th professional bout.
I gotta tell you, Fernandez is nothing to sneeze at. And when a guy comes in thinking he's the opponent, you better watch out. Because he's got nothing to lose. He's a dangerous fighter.
Fernandez has been fighting with confidence recently with head trainer Orlando Valls in his corner and Vladimir, Mr. Providence.
Great camp.
Diossi. A lot of confidence running through that camp, and it certainly shows here with Antonio, who fights that same way.
Right, guys.
Again, Joey Lupino, and sometimes in these fights, you're saying the ref name a lot more often than you should be, and we've probably mentioned Joey Lupino more than a dozen times here, as both fighters seem to be tying up a lot.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him tonight, I tell you.
You see Szymanski putting that left hand out there, almost faking the jab to try to draw Fernandez in with that right hook.
Yeah, he's using it as a measuring stick. You know, Fernandez is dropping on the left hand, which I don't like. You know, hopefully he doesn't walk into a right hand there.
You're right, Rich. Both fighters have really long arms. So this isn't going to be a contest where you would think both fighters would want a little more distance, but instead it seems like they're actually going in towards more each other.
Yeah, and that's why the ref is in the picture a lot. As soon as somebody steps in, they're tying up.
1 minute to go here in round number 2. Rich, you talk about Fernandez dropping that left hand. What's interesting, in his 8 losses, he's only been knocked out 3 times. So Fernandez is a guy who can go in there and take some punches and hang in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you see Szymanski starting to pile it on here, and Fernandez trying to tie up, which he does. Monster right hook there by Szymanski sent Fernandez back into the ropes. He's able to recover pretty quickly and able to tie it up.
Yeah, he's not completely recovered. You can see his legs are a little wobbly. He's trying to shake him out. Just like I said, he was dropping that left arm, and I was afraid he'd walk into a right hand. That's exactly what happened.
Final 15 seconds. Szymanski goes down to the body, comes back up top with a overhand right, and Fernandez smartly ties up again. End of round number 2, Rich. And just as you had called that Fernandez's left hand was down a little bit, Szymanski hit him with back-to-back overhand rights, send him into the ropes. Do you think that's what Szymanski's going to concentrate on the rest of the fight? Is drawing him in there, setting up, measuring with his left hand, and then coming back with that right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Fernandez is kind of sitting on the ropes, too. He should be moving around, especially after you got rocked like that. You want to move around a little bit. Don't let Pat sit there and measure you with the jab and stick the right hand right over your left like that.
Just kidding shit, okay? Go in and show him that he is, okay? His face is swollen up under his eye. Give me more straight.
Antonio Chavez Fernandez fought 4 undefeated fighters in 2012. This is his 5th undefeated fighter in a row. Now he's taking on 5-0 PATRYK Szymanski.
When he comes slow, look, listen to me.
Tough job, I tell you that.
Step this way and throw this left when he comes.
But he's been here before, so you know, he should know what to do right now. Even if that means taking a round off and kind of moving your feet around a little bit, shaking the cobwebs out.
We mentioned that this is only Szymanski's second fight in the United States. All the other ones coming back over in Poland, where his hometown's from.
Looks like Fernandez started off with his left hand high, like he learned a lesson. Let's see if he keeps that strategy.
Oh, right, I got you guys. Get him off.
Here in round number 3, see Szymanski again trying to measure up that distance to come back with that right hand.
Yeah, Szymanski looks like he's very comfortable. He knows where he is. He knows where he wants to be. He's dictating the pace.
Richie, the one concern you have for Szymanski is you don't want him to get caught into Fernandez's fight, where he wants the fight to be tied up a lot, make Szymanski try to back up a little bit so he doesn't tie up so often. And if that's the case, then that right hand's not going to flow as easy and not going to connect as much.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you push the dog into a corner, he's going to bite you.
Get off it, don't hold him in here. Break!
Well, Szymanski doesn't look like he's getting too frustrated with all the tie-ups. As soon as Joey Lupino breaks him up, he comes right back in at it.
Break!
Yeah, Pat looks like he's had some amateur background. When the tie-up happens, he doesn't wait for the ref to break it up. He throws some punches to the body. Whether they're legal or illegal, he's trying to dictate the fight. That says a lot.
Well, as a fighter, you certainly have to make sure that if the opponent's going to tie up as often as this, you're going to want to make him pay for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Fernandez, 15 years older than Szymanski. 6 more professional bouts than Patryk. He now trains in North Bergen, New Jersey, hailing from Poland.
He's just got to make sure he doesn't get too comfortable. Szymanski, though, he's controlling the pace of the fight, but he's got to make sure he doesn't get too comfortable. Stick to the game plan.
Final seconds here of round number 3. And as we head into this 4th round, Rich, what do you think of Szymanski's style here, where he's looking to unload that big overhand right, but he's connecting on a lot of jabs as well?
Yeah, definitely. But Fernandez always, he sees the right hand coming too as well, so he might need to adjust his game plan a little bit, maybe throw a right uppercut, because he's trying to duck under it. Yeah, you got to mix it up a little bit, keep him guessing.
Fernandez has done a fairly good job of avoiding that big power punch here from the much younger Szymanski. Only in that 2nd round did he get caught twice in the final seconds, but for the most part he's done a good job of avoiding that, and much of that has to do with tying up Szymanski.
Yeah, exactly, but you also can't win a fight avoiding tying up. You have to be aggressive, and there comes a point in the fight where you just got to decide, okay, I got to do something here other than survive.
Both of Fernandez's wins, check that, have been by decision. Well, 2 of Szymanski's wins have been by knockout. There you see Szymanski trying to go to the body.
Yeah, like I said earlier, he's still controlling the pace of the fight. Fernandez has to do something different here. If you want a different result, you have to do something different. It can't just be a jab. You have to throw 3 punches, 4 punches. Be first, be last. He looks like he's trying to survive.
Break! Got you.
Again, Szymanski not even phased by the tie-up attempts by Fernandez. As soon as Joe Lupino breaks him up, he comes right back forward at him.
Yeah, he's pushing down his head. He's being aggressive. He's punching on the holds. He's pressing the fight. It looks like he has a game plan. He's sticking right to it. Looks like Fernandez is just kind of trying to counteract his game plan.
See the referee tell Fernandez to keep his head up.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to avoid the punches by dropping his head like that, but he's not doing any favors because Pat's smart. He's pushing down his head. He's wearing out the muscles in his back, his legs. He's putting all his weight on top of him.
And as Fernandez keeps putting his head down, would that be the perfect time for Szymanski to unload an uppercut?
Uppercut, you know, punch behind the ear, equilibrium. There's all kinds of opportunities. Pat seems to be punching him in the behind the back there. You know, those punches add up. Just taking air out of the tires.
Final minute here of round number 4.
See, he needs to keep doing that. Whether he scores or not, he needs to get aggressive, take Pat out of his game plan. That's the only chance he has. He has 6 minutes left. Time to get busy.
Again, Fernandez with no knockouts on his resume. You would think going into this fight he would have to win a marathon here in 6 rounds and grind out a victory, whereas Szymanski, who does have knockouts in his 5 pro fights, could win the fight at any minute.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Fernandez has to start punching and not stop for the next 6 minutes.
2 rounds to go here in this welterweight battle between Patryk Szymanski from Poland and Antonio Chavez Fernandez from Brockton, Mass. Let's listen in on the corner here with Orlando Valls.
Keep using your jab. Keep using your jab. Pop, fast, because you're hitting him all the time. I told you he can't fight unless he's inside. You understand? When he comes forward, back up real quick. Don't let him hit you, okay? All right, come on.
Yo, aquele último round, tu vai aquele 1-2, aquele jab.
Come on, Lino, dig deep down here on your soul.
Yo, se trabalha nice, tu ganha aquele
That jab was working nice, baby. Jab here. Right then, boom, right to the chin.
Listen to the guy. Listen to the guy.
He doesn't listen. He's all over the fucking place.
Yo, numbers over here, please. Go.
Ready here for round number 5. And Rich, what's interesting, if you listen to the corner there for Fernandez, they were telling him to keep going with that jab, but that Szymanski would not win the fight on the inside.
Neither one of them are winning the fight on the inside, you know? And the jab's not going to win this fight. He needs to put his punches together, period. You know, 2, 3, 4 punches.
Szymanski, who dictated the pace of that first 4 rounds. And now you see Szymanski getting a little uncomfortable with Fernandez, tying him up so often and disrupting the rhythm.
Yeah, see, Pat's doing everything he can to win. He's not used to losing because he hasn't lost yet. Looks like Fernandez is.
Fernandez not really setting up any power punches either. More or less countering and just trying to set up that jab to get inside. There you see Szymanski trying to get a little busier. Certainly must be frustrating for Szymanski where he can't really unload a combination. As soon as that second or third punch is thrown, the fight's already tied up again.
Yeah, that's definitely frustrating. Being an aggressive fighter like I am, there's nothing more frustrating than having a guy run away from you or tie you up when you want to get busy.
1 minute to go here in round number 5. Szymanski in the white trunks with the black trim. Chavez Fernandez in the white and blue trunks. Oh. There's a big right hand by Patryk Szymanski. That certainly caught the attention of Fernandez. Trying to tie up Szymanski, and a guy who's been so effective tying up just had trouble tying up Szymanski because he was wobbled so bad by that right hand.
Yeah, and there's a lot of time left, Pat.
Final 30 seconds of round number 5. Can Szymanski take advantage of that big overhand right he just landed on Fernandez?
He's leaving his face out there for him, so not sure why he's doing that. Yeah, he's getting hit in the back of the head. He doesn't have his legs back yet.
Well, Fernandez certainly still looks a little wobbly on his feet.
Yeah, this is the time to be moving your feet around a little bit. Not dropping your head in front of him. Oh.
Got another big shot there by Szymanski as round number 5 comes to a close. Going into the final round here of a 6-round bout.
You understand? You understand? You understand? Next time you come to court, I ain't gonna be here. Okay? I don't do shit like that. Now pay attention. Breathe deep. Come on, breathe deep.
Ladies and gentlemen, vodka should be fun. It's
If you're in Patryk's corner, knowing that you're clearly ahead on the scorecards, you just wobbled him last round, you wobbled him the second round, so you know if you connect on that punch, you can certainly take his legs from underneath him. Are you telling Patryk to go for it right now and try to get that knockout, knowing you're ahead on the scorecards, knowing that Fernandez has no knockouts on his resume and hasn't even tried to throw that power punch? Do you apply a little more pressure, or are you just looking to skate out here with the win?
Oh, yeah, I would tell him to jump on him. You know, there's not a whole lot of risk in it right now. He's in a new land, so he needs to make a statement while he's here. Wow, Fernandez just landed a nice right hand.
Final round here, we'll see if Szymanski tries to get a little more aggressive here. Szymanski with a 5-0 record, trying to keep his record intact and undefeated. Fernandez looking for his 3rd win in his last 4 bouts. Szymanski really trying to own in on that overhand right. And there it is, he connects again. Yep. Takes the leg out of Fernandez. He hasn't gone down. Can Szymanski get him down to the canvas? And Lino almost goes through the ropes. And he does end up on the other side of the ropes with his right leg.
Ref can't help him in.
No knockdown there called by Joey Lupino. And that was tough as Szymanski landed that overhand right. Fernandez tried to tie up, and Szymanski just kept backpedaling and pretty much let him fall out of the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to finish this round, to tell you the truth.
A minute, 20 seconds to go, and Fernandez, who's been trying to tie up all round, all fight now, not able to tie up.
That was
Szymanski slipped.
That was due to a punch. I'm not sure if that was a slip. Regardless if it hurt him or not, that was a punch.
1 minute to go in the 6th and final round. Can either one of these fighters deliver that knockout blow? You know Szymanski's looking for it.
They both seem to be doing the opposite of what they should be doing. Szymanski should be jumping on him, and Fernandez should be running. I don't see Fernandez knocking him out at this point.
A big overhand right, just missed. That could have been the finishing touches. Final 30 seconds to go here in round number 6. Fernandez again tied up over there on the ropes. with 10 seconds to go. Each fighter with another punch or two left. And they're going to tie up one more time here. Szymanski tries to throw that final punch. We're going to go to the scorecard. Rich, you saw right there, Szymanski looked a little frustrated that he didn't get that knockout punch. He was certainly going for it in the last round.
Yeah, definitely. Fernandez fought and won some undefeated fighters, but he came up short tonight, I think.
Fernandez celebrating a little bit. Not sure if you're celebrating thinking he won the fight or celebrating that he survived that last round. That was a monster overhand right thrown there by Szymanski. And in 3 of those 6 rounds tonight, Szymanski landed a punch where I didn't think Fernandez was going to finish the round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if this was an 8-round fight, I'm not sure it would.
We'll check the replay here, and there's the big overhand right. And you see Fernandez wobbling into the ropes and really just trying to tie up here with Szymanski. And he wasn't able to. And this was something that Fernandez was able to do all fight so consistently, was tie up Szymanski. And he couldn't, and his momentum almost took him out of the ring because his legs were that wobbled underneath him.
I can tell you, he could take a shot, though, because he took some clean right hands, and he didn't hit the floor.
And Fernandez has only been knocked out 3 times in 13, now 14 professional bouts. So we know Fernandez certainly carries a chin.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I think the ropes might have helped him up a few times there.
Szymanski at 5-0, looks to be cruising here to his 6th victory. Now you see Chaves Fernandez standing on the ropes.
I mean, he's doing everything he can to convince the judges at this point. He's a tough kid, though.
What's up, girl? I get to go in the ring. I'm not fighting, so I at least get to go in the ring, right? Okay.
And ringing out to Bill Carpenter now has the official's decision. Let's hear it here in the center of the ring. Take it away, Bill.
Ladies and gentlemen, having completed the scheduled distance of 6 rounds, let's go to our official scorecard. Judge Paolino scores the bout 58-56. Judge Taylor has it 59-55, and Judge Scungio has it 60-54. All 3 judges scoring for your winner by unanimous decision, PATRYK SZYMANSKI.